Hi, good morning. I didn't realize the titles were going to pop up.
Hello, Richard, is
Welcome.
it?
Well,
How are you?
it is. Welcome to the Throga channel. So I've just realized
Great to be here.
it is. I didn't really shave. I don't know if, can you see? You know what? Is this weird?
Yeah, yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
your skull looks wonderful this morning, as
I
always.
appreciate that. Today we are taking on Diana Ankudinova for the first time this year. It has been too long.
It's been way too long. I'm so glad that we're doing this.
And the song
About
we're
time.
going to react to is called It Is Here. It just came out a month ago, so I'm excited to check this out. But
It is here.
before we do,
Yeah, before we do, please hit like and subscribe and ring the bell so you can always be up to date with what we have going on at this crazy channel.
also please be sure to click on the link below where you can buy us a coffee, help support reactions just like this, and even consider becoming a Thronely member, which gives you exclusive access to our Sunday shorts, which are basically shorts or base that big.
They're not real shorts that you wear. They're short videos, and we do them on Sundays, but you can watch them anytime. So it's really the name is very misleading.
Thank you for picking up my slack. I was just fumbling over that. Okay. Ooh, it's in Russian, I assume. Let's see. Did she write this one? Music arrangement, Brandon Stone. Funny story. Uh, we started today with reacting to a song called The Day You with Brandon Stone. We're like watching it. I'm like, oh, he's familiar. Johnny's like, I remember seeing her in that dress before. And we're just like, da 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 da. We're like, oh, because we've reacted to this song before. So, you
I
know.
don't know if we really want to admit this, but yes, at this point we've reacted to many a video, so it's hard
Yes.
to keep them all straight. I don't
I'm
have a great memory, so
I'm proud of us for recognizing at all that we reacted to it
yes.
because
No, but I
I
was
mean,
saying after we figured it out, it's like it would have been cool to finish that and then compare the two reactions to see if we're better now or worse.
probably worse. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see the musicality of Brandon Stone. He's got a great voice. Or just kind of we are just starting to comment on that, realizing that we'd already reacted to the. Here we go.
Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других. Говорят, зря грустишь, зря не ешь и не спишь. Не глупи, все равно ведь уступишь, так уж лучше сейчас уступи.
I'll do a little pause here. She is so hypnotizing.
I know. I know. You
I
could
mean, she's stunning. She's hypnotizing. She's beautiful, but you don't need your eyes to be completely hypnotized by her. Usually, it's a sonic hypnotization. With that, with that whole polyphonic
Oh
tone,
God.
it just there's just something so mesmerizing and beautiful about being able to produce one fundamental, the main speed of the vibration of your vocal folds, and having this magical chamber, resonant chamber in your instrument that just highlights frequencies that are usually either dampened or just don't exist for most singers. It's just captivating every time I hear her.
No, it never fails to just. I mean, I'm just always amazed and a little thrown off. I'm like, what am I listening to again? This is crazy. I've never heard anything like this. And
Yes.
it's just she has this built-in, like haunting thing going on where you could just literally just stick her on any song. You could put her on a song in Sesame Street or something, and she would still make it like ooh, where are we going with this?
But beautiful at the same time, not just like haunting. Like it's not.
Oh, yeah,
It's
beautifully
not
haunting.
this.
I mean, to me, the two go hand in hand. You know, like
Yeah.
you know, I just beauty and just something that's a little bit mysterious and
I'm assuming this was as was it producer, song arranger? What was his credit again? Music arrangement from Brandon and the producers of this. Really interesting to make the beginning of the song purposefully distorted. Having that piano, it was past its gain threshold, so it had that kind of like sound like it was too loud. That immediately creates a mood, like something's off. There's a disturbance taking place in the force, exactly. So that kind of puts you in a position of what's kind of foreshadows of what the song's gonna be about and everything like that. They're really clever moments there. So
yeah.
Here, let me back it up a little bit here.
Не спишь, не глупи. Все равно ведь уступишь, так уж лучше сейчас уступи. Она здесь, в сердце моем теплым живет птенцом, в жилах моих жгучим течет свинцом.
Interesting. Sorry, I don't want to pause this too often. Almost like I don't know if I'm using the term correctly. To me, it has like an EDM influence. Would you agree with that? Like just at this part of this stage of the song, there's like sampling her repeat, and there's like this kind of like
I guess so. Yeah, I
underflow that's there. I don't listen to EDM, so I'm not sure. But there's definitely an electronica.
Maybe not in the conventional sense that I normally know EDM, but I feel like there are flourishes of that.
Yeah,
sure.
There's definitely like this electronica pop thing that's kind of coming.
Yeah, I would say electronica.
Emerging.
Yeah. Because EDM is sort of its own thing.
Gotcha.
Electronica elements, I would say, for sure.
Which is because I wasn't expecting that either from the beginning of the song and how it's evolving. So, interesting choices.
I know we want to get back to the song. I just real quick. I've been singing for a long time. I've heard and worked with so many singers over the years. It boggles my mind how that sound is created. It's just, and we could. I'm sure you have more of a clinical explanation for it, but it's just I've never heard anything like that.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's just awesome. I'll talk about her voice in a little bit. I want to keep hearing more of the song.
Yeah.
Это она, светом в моих глазах. Это она, солью в моих слезах. Зрение, слух мой, грозная сила моя.
Like that.
Yeah, I know.
Горы мои моря.
I hear that again, actually. The
Светом в
tonal
моих
shift.
глазах. Это она, солью в моих слезах. Зрение, слух мой, грозная сила моя.
It's like a dampener.
Солнце мое, горы мои моря. От забвения защита, от лжи и неверия броня. Если ее не будет и меня. Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. А я никому души не дам потушить. А я и живу, как все, когда-нибудь буду жить. Когда-нибудь буду жить. Она здесь, в сердце моем теплым живет птенцом, в жилах моих жгучим течет свинцом. Она есть.
Yeah, right, right
I
there.
know. I mean, there's a consistency to her tone. I mean, you hear that it's identifiably her instrument throughout the whole piece. But in that range of that is identifiably her, she can like focus in on something that's like highlights higher frequencies versus the darker frequencies. There's a spectrum that she's able to just manipulate at will, apparently. I mean, there's just so much play with it.
Yeah, I definitely in this song. There's moments where, I mean, like you said, it's apparent throughout. There's this sort of bassy undertone, overtone, or whatever you want to call it. That's always present. And we've also heard her sing without that too. Yeah, I remember there was a couple performances that we reacted to where it was like completely gone. I'm just like,
yeah, a little
even
bit more
more
of like clear tone, just as a whole. Yeah.
just as amazed that she could sort of weed it out of her sound temporarily. But when she goes in, there's moments where she shifts and it's like this, the bass is like so present, and it's such an overtone that to me, I'm thinking to myself, if anybody ever did any like pitch correcting software on her, I'm not saying that they do, but would that be able to even pick up that tone? I don't even know if it's possible with her, because the way that the software works, I don't know if it would be able to recognize
I think
what she's doing.
I would imagine it would recognize. However, when you, like in Melodyne, for example, when you adjust one pitch, it's obviously the software is designed to focus after like a frequency. So it's like that note, and then there's some resonant frequencies related to that. The risk in pitch correcting her, first of all, don't do it. You've got a voice like that. She can sing like that. I advise against it. But I was going to say the risk is when you go to move it, because of the distance of those resonant frequencies we're talking about, particularly being lower frequencies, you're going to more likely hear like a wobbly, like you're going to get what's called digital artifacts. I feel like pitch correcting her would be more obvious when it's done, if it's done, versus a typical voice, for lack of a better term. Just because of that. And that sound, by the way, is because I think it's two factors. We've talked about this early on. One is her background. She's got, she went through trauma as a child. We know about that. We've explored that before in previous reactions. And that's part of that, I believe, because just, the brain's just hardwired in how you communicate, sing and speak and all that. But there's also a genetic component. I think she has a larger than normal resonant space that just allows for that to exist.
Gotta be, yeah.
It just, even if it's subtle, it doesn't take much. So if she has a slightly larger throat cavity, I'm trying to think of what word I want to use. Her laryngopharynx, I think, is dilated a little bit more than normal, or just the way she positions her tongue and soft palate, so she gets this elongated frequency. So from here to the lips is usually about 7 inches, and if she can align that in such a way, she gets those larger waveforms, the subharmonics, to exist that normally is just clouded for any normal voice when we sing and speak. So that's what I'm hearing on a technical side of things, if we break it down mathematically. But also, who cares? It's just magical. Just hearing it is just wild.
It's so cool and so beautiful too.
By the way, I immediately regret that statement. I care. I think it's scientifically fascinating. I put my nerd glasses on. I care. Me. It's wild. All right, let me back it up here a little bit. Is that her? Listen, there's layers.
I would imagine it is, yeah.
That's so cool.
Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других. И себя, и других.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, nice.
What a cool mood.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I had the lyrics there. I read a few lines, and I'm so taken by other things. I don't know what the song's about. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I got to go back and hear it
Yeah.
again and kind of put together what the purpose of the song is, storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's with her. It's like, I mean, it's obviously in another language, but it's one of those things where she can sing something in English, and I still probably on a first listen wouldn't absorb what the song's about. I'm not saying I wouldn't feel a certain way, because I think she's a great storyteller, but the instrument's just so special. It just puts you into
Yeah.
a space that you're not normally in as a listener. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
taken by first, and then I'd have to dissect it.
No, I'm the same way. The way my brain has always been wired is music and melody first, and then lyrics second. Not to say that it's less important at all. I mean,
Of
it's
course.
as important. And if lyrically, sometimes with the first listen, it's more of the phonetic effect that I get, just the way that words flow as opposed to what they mean.
Right.
But when I dig deeper into a song that I really love, and I see that the lyrics are profound and are saying something, it's just
It adds so much more weight to it. Yeah, now it
Yeah.
really aligns and is particularly special for sure.
Yeah,
So,
but like you said, when there's just a transcendently unique voice like hers, it's just you can only pay attention to so many things because you're just so struck and
I
taken
know.
aback by it.
Beautiful. Well, I'm so glad we came back to Diana. Thank you, everybody, for joining
Absolutely.
us today. We hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, bye.
Thank you guys so much. See ya.